Hi Cancer, how are you? Time for a current love reading. This is a general reading, so take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. So thanks for tuning in, being a part of my channel. I really appreciate you all being here. Hit that like button, thumbs up. Sure appreciate that. All right, so let's see what is going on for all of our Cancers. Now I did see the Hermit reverse pop up and then he turned himself around. So I feel like it's time for you to come out. You know, come out from your hermitage, from being alone, and embrace a whole new life. So if you've been feeling very isolated during these colder winter months or just in general, I just think that things are about to start to open up for you, which is absolutely great, huh? So let's see what's going on for all of you Cancers in love. Cancers in love. What's going on for all of our Cancers in love? So there was, for a few of you, a relationship that you got involved with that I think was going to bring you everything you ever wanted, and then boom, it blew up in your face. I mean, this was going to be, you know, your life, you're going to love this person happily ever after, and then it blew up and somebody had to walk away. So you might have been dealing with somebody who was very short-tempered, a little difficult, maybe a little volatile, had no patience. This was somebody who I think was pretty hard to open up to. So you might have been dealing with someone that describes that, or maybe this was you. Yeah, I just feel like it's one of those things, you did everything you could to make this work with this person. I mean, because this was, I mean, you're happily ever after. And then it blew up, and it's like they are not even looking at you now. You know, and I think I'm feeling like you're a little hurt by that, that you're not their, you know, everything. You're not their whole world, that kind of energy. You know, so I think this is one of those things, you had heart and soul. I mean, you were really hoping that this was going to be your happily ever after, and now they're not even looking at you. So a little trouble in paradise there. I think it's one of those situations where you guys were going along real good and something came up. I mean, it's a real test of your relationship, right? How are you going to handle this? Now, some of you, you may be looking at a whole new life and closing this door with this person and maybe going in another direction, finding someone else, taking your cup and going. I mean, a few of you are going to start a whole new life. So, happily ever after. I think this is one of those things, you had rose-colored glasses on when you hooked up with them, and then you took the glasses off. And then there was this whole other side to this person. But we do have the Lovers come out, your overall energy. So definitely a decision about this relationship. Do you push through? See if you can grow out onto the other side, or do you walk away? Start a whole new life. So Cancer, you come out, you and your person, you come out as the King of Cups, your person as the Queen of Wands. This person, there may have been a lot of jealousy. They might have been real difficult. Maybe you gave and gave and gave and it wasn't enough. They wanted more. I think you're doing everything you can to try to make something work, but you question the future with this person. You really do. You know, like, we have this love, we have this patience, this passion, this connection, but is it a game? Are we pretending that we like each other more than we really do? Strange reading, huh? I mean, because you're just not seeing the very end of the story with this person. Even though there's a connection, even though you guys, you know, have something going on, I mean, there's an imbalance, a total imbalance. So if you've been feeling like this is just not working for you, but yet you keep hanging in there, You might really be at that point where you might have to just make a decision. Yeah, I mean, this is one, you're not sure whether or not you want to fight for this relationship. I mean, very indecisive energy. You know, I mean, you're really in your head about this. You're not quite sure. Do I really walk away? Maybe go towards someone else who might make you happier. Maybe there is somebody else that you've got your mind on. Thinking, oh, if it was this person, maybe it would have been better. You know? Yeah, I see a King of Pentacles, an earth sign. You know, so there is somebody from your past, and you may actually be walking away from one person towards something that's going to make you much happier with somebody who is from your past. Could be somebody from your past or somebody who feels like you've known them all your life. This is somebody who I think you could see yourself with. I mean, because you walk away from one situation that you're hanging on to right into the hands of another one. But you're tied. You feel like you're really committed. Maybe you overcommitted to this person. But you're just not seeing a way out. But there is a way out. Your feet aren't tied. Nothing's really keeping you back, holding you, except for you. And you having to make a decision. So what else do we have? Yeah, so, I mean, there is definitely this need or this want for something to come to an end. You know, but, you know, this has been, this relationship, I feel like it's been this illusion. And there's been more pain with this relationship than there's been happiness. And this is one of those that, do you really end it? Do you really call it quits? You put so much energy and effort into it. This is what you've always wanted. But you question it. You know, is this really a good relationship for me? So I think you're starting to see things again without those rose-colored glasses on. We took off the glasses to see what's really in front of you. So again, we question this future. I mean, this is one of these things you don't really want to put to an end, but you don't know whether or not you want it to continue. I mean, you're looking at your relationship. Do we really want this to continue? Or do you want it to just kind of close? You know, here with this Page of Cups reversed with the Seven of Swords, and now we have both the 5 and the 7 out here. I mean, this is a relationship that you can't see it growing because there's two different levels of intimacy that's going on. One person I feel like is not in it for the growth of the relationship, but the convenience of the relationship. You may be in it more for the growth, to get that depth. But you can't keep pretending. Because, you know, things are starting to come out. You know, like the energies are starting to ooze out. So it's like you can't repress how you're feeling. You know, because it'll come out on a side note. You know, you'll be doing the dishes and they'll say something and you'll say something really snide. You know, because it's starting to really build up and ooze out over you. So a decision is waiting for you. If you don't make the decision, the universe will. Let's get some advice for all of you Cancers out there regarding the spread. What advice do we have? What advice do we have? 6 of Pentacles reversed with the 6 of Cups reversed with the 9 of Cups. I mean, this is one of those situations you have to see, why are you holding on to it? Are you holding on to it because you don't want to be in a relationship? You don't want to be single? You know, because, oh gosh, that'd be devastating if I was on my own. I mean, but this is a pattern with you and a cycle with you. You always, it's like you get involved with people for the wrong reasons. You know, maybe emotionally in that moment they fed you and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my happily ever after. And then the truth is they're not. You know, why did you get involved with it? I mean, because there's this real need of you like going after that same type of person. So maybe you're dealing with the same type of person who can't commit, you know, because you on some level can't commit. You know, so you're not, nobody's in it for really the real reasons, you know, for the end all, after all. It is more of convenience. Anyway, I think you start to see that these things don't work for you and that you might need to make a decision as to what it is you really want. If you do walk away, I can see you walking towards something much happier. If you stay, then you have to contend with the energies that you're dealing with now coming out. And probably more so until there's a major blow up. So we have the Ace of Wands, Four of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So this is kind of indicating to me that there's not much left in this relationship and that you're not sure you want to put any more energy into it. You're just not. Because you're starting to define what's good for me and what's not good for me. Is this good for me or is it good for them? You know, why do you do things? Are you doing things because you being together, it helps them? But what about you? So you have to ask yourself that. What is good for you? So you need to see what is fair, what is right, what you really want. And not be afraid to start a new life, if that's really what you want. Two of Wands. So indecisive. You just don't really know, you know, whether or not you want to let this go. I mean, there's a lot of like churning in your head. You're having a lot of conversations. Should I stay? Should I go? But, you know, honestly, I just think that whatever decision you make, you will figure it out eventually. I do see what crowns you is somebody walking away. So maybe it's not you, maybe it's them. Although I feel like they're more codependent on you, or maybe you're dependent on them. But that kind of energy always makes it really hard to see the clear lines. So take those rose-colored glasses off, Cancer, and do what's good for you. I do see that you do make a good decision in the end, and it will open a lot of doors, and here comes that new life. All right, that's what I've got for you, Cancer. So if it resonated, great. If it didn't, that's okay. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Hit that like button, and I will see you at the next reading. Until then, bye now.